What's going on, Team MG? It's Michael Gascon, the horse guru, and we are here with second grade do's and don'ts. Mostly going to show you the do's, but we can talk about some don'ts. Today, second grade is desensitizing. To me, this is the beginning of the training process. Kindergarten and first grade is establishing how our relationship is going to be. Don't run away in first grade. Don't run me over in kindergarten, or vice versa. Now what I want to do, I've shown her, hey, don't run me over and don't run away from me. That's my bubble. Don't run me over. Face is soft left and right. Don't run away. Now what I'm looking to do is get her to stand still. I'm going to start with the lead rope because it's the longest. And I'm going to start right here like so. Notice I grab it by the tassel on the end. You don't want to do it any other way because you're going to get it all hung up around your wrist. So that's a don't. A do is double it up. Grab it by the end of the lead rope. Now it's heavy and easy to manage. Go overhanded, don't go underhanded, because overhanded you can manipulate it a lot better and switch from one side to the other like so. Once you can touch the air around their head, I want you to gather up here. The reason I want you to gather up here is when you step to the side to swing this over their back, if you have too much rope out, don't give them too much rope because they can jump forward and throw a kickback at you and get out of position. Snug up on their face. Since you've done a good job in first grade, if they jump forward, they're going to give you their face, which is going to take their butt away from them. Don't stay in the front because you don't want them to run into you. Step to the side of them, throw this over. The first place that we're going to touch is the withers because that is the least sensitive part of the horse. Then we're going to work our way back. Once you're able to get that, if they don't have a saddle on, you can cinch prep. This horse already has a saddle. So after cinch prep, what we're going to look to do is we're going to double the rope up here. And we're going to touch her flanks, which she is probably not going to like so. Notice how she goes to move off. We just step with her, step with her, step with her. And what we want to find is that she doesn't get a release from stepping off. Don't let her move forward. She can move backwards and sideways, but we do want to stick with her. The reason we don't want her to blast off forward is because we can't keep up with her and she'll find a release on her own. However, if we can get her moving backwards and sideways, we can keep up with her. So again, nice big loop here. I'm standing right beside her. I have a little bit of her face here, so if she blasts forward, she will run into the weight of my body, which will keep her butt away from me. The more she bends towards me, the more her butt's going to go away from me, obviously making it a lot more difficult for her to kick me. Once we use the lead rope, we'll go to our flag stick. When we use our flag stick, we're going to use it in this manner and this manner exactly. We want to come right down the lead rope, straight to her nose. The reason being, if we go under her, we're inviting a bite or strike. Predators that attack horses from the bottom, like dogs and coyotes and wolves, they get struck and bit. So we're trying to come above her chest, right down the lead rope to her nose. Next thing, don't cover her eyes. If you cover her eyes, 1 in every 50 horses will blast off forward into you. So I want to keep where I can see her eyes, and then I want to keep contact as I go down the side of her cheek and neck. Notice when I do this, I also step to the side because I want to keep the flag between her and I. The reason being, if she gets scared, I don't want to be on the opposite side of the flag and have her run into me. If we've done a good enough job in kindergarten, that's not going to happen, but I don't want to chance it for you guys. Notice if it's a striky, bitey, or kicky horse, I'm going to grab real long on the stick. The end of the stick gives you space. Like so, if she was striking and biting, I would want to be out here. As I approach and I want to get close to her because I want to ride her, I'm going to choke up on the stick. The reason I want to choke up on the stick is choking up on the stick gives you speed and accuracy. So it's very easy for me to go from her butt back up to her face. If I come here or touch her flanks or touch her back legs and she jumps off, what I want to do is I want to pull on her face. That's going to keep her from running off. And I want to put the flag in her face at the same time, simultaneously. What that's going to do is it's going to shut her down. And I'm going to go back to the spot that she said, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Not okay, she blasts off. I go back, it's okay, it's okay. And we will repeat this 2 or 3 times. And her okay zone that may have started just around her nose or her face is going to grow until you can touch any part of her back legs, her flanks, any of this. But it starts with that contact on the muzzle. Where I see a lot of people get in trouble, the most common is they start desensitizing the horse and they look like trouble. Don't do that. Treat it like it's another day at the office. The second biggest thing I see people doing is they bring the flag from here. That's how you flag a horse to move it. Come right to the investigation center, which is the muzzle, and make contact, and don't lose that contact the whole time you are petting her and touching her with the flag stick. The next thing, don't cross over to her other eye until you are ready. What do I mean ready? I mean, as long as the flag is on the same side as you, she's going to go away from you. Now, at some point, we do need to cross over that saddle, but I want you to be aware and prepared whenever you do that. The way that we make that move is this. Choke up on the stick, probably half of your stick, 2-foot extension, and we are going to go around the horn and back in front of her eye. Around the horn and back in front of her eye, and we do it all in one motion. The reason being, if she gets scared here and blasts off, but we leave the stick over here, say we have too much stick here and she comes our way, well, now we can't bring our arm back enough to get our flag truly to our side. So choking up on the stick will allow you to go around the horn. Putting it back in front of the eye will keep you from her running your direction. And last but not least, we're going to use the tarp. Have you guys starting to see a pattern? We use the longest rope, then a 4-foot extension of our arm, and now with the tarp, it's actually in our hand. Same thing, we're gonna go straight down the lead rope to her face. We're stepping off to the side that we wanna approach. We're keeping the contact here. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Right here, we're making contact to her nose. We're stepping to the side. Once she's okay with that, we are gonna go over her back. Whenever we go over her back, we want her face a little to our side. We want to have our free hand, our lead rope hand, up. So if she tries to step into us, we can block her off by putting a hand in between her face and ourselves. To the other side. It would look like this. This is just blocking. The next thing that we're going to do, she's pretty calm and easy about that. We're going to tie just a simple kindergarten knot around her neck. Very good. Once we've done that, you successfully got a horse that will freeze up and get quiet. Remember, it's hard to get her at a standstill unless you've been drinking too much. We want to get the horses, it's as simple as everybody says, hey, let's get their feet moving, let's get their feet moving. They're not wrong. It is a form of transportation, but remember this. When a horse breaks down, it doesn't go. When a car breaks down, it doesn't go. This is not a car. When it breaks down, you won't be able to stop it. Bucking, running, rearing, all those things are what get you hurt. All those things you're going somewhere. So we want to get them to freeze up. If you're confused, stop. That's what we're trying to tell the horse. If you're scared, stop. If you don't know exactly what I'm telling you to do, stop. If stop is their go-to, it's hard to get hurt and you're making a safe horse. Once you've got this, you got a horse to freeze up, and then you are ready for the next step. And the next step, I will see you in the next video to show you that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.